the New England Patriots just found a secret weapon. And no, I'm not talking about Tom Brady coming back or the GOAT, Brian Hoyer. If you watch this channel, love me some Brian Hoyer. That being said, this is Sports Talk Patriots. My name is Aaron. Do me a favor before we get started. Pound that subscribe button, like it, comment below. I truly appreciate it. Now, when we look at the New England Patriots and their new offense under Alex Van Pelt coming from the Cleveland Browns, little history right there. Last year, Cleveland Browns, honestly, I did not think that they were going to make the playoffs. I thought they were going downhill, especially when they picked up Joe Flacco and he started the rest of the season. But I think a huge reason the New England Patriots looked at, and Gerard Mayo looked at Alex Van Pelt as offensive coordinator for the Patriots, or hiring him on as offensive coordinator, was the job he did in Cleveland, especially with a quarterback like Joe Flacco. Remember, Joe Flacco was most likely on his couch. I believe he was talking about how early on in the season he was on his couch eating Doritos, watching football. Next thing you know, he's winning. He goes in, makes the playoffs, wins a playoff game, and the people in Cleveland are like, what in the world is going on? But Alex Van Pelt, one of the biggest things he has said is he's talked about how he believes that the best way to develop players and to run an offense is to find players' strength and create schemes to help bring out those strengths. Now, you're probably thinking, well, duh, that's obvious. Yes, but not every offensive coordinator is like that. There's a lot of offensive coordinators that they are tried and true to what they believe, and they try to stick to that. Case in point, being from Michigan and liking the Lions, Joey Harrington, when Joey Harrington was drafted, they did not cater to his likes, to his needs, to his wants. They said, the offensive coordinator said, this is how we're going to do it. Boom, they did it like that. And guess what? Joey Harrington went downhill quick. Was not great. Again, you wonder how many quarterbacks get into systems, or players in general that get into systems that don't work to their strengths, and it just isn't great for them. Now, you could argue, too, you look at someone like Ryan Tannehill when he played for the Dolphins, then he had that stint with the Titans where he did well. So those are things that you look at and you're like, okay, is it a scheme type of thing? What's going on? But that being said, we're going to the secret weapon. Secret weapon with this offense of Van Pelt's is Keon White. This is wild. This is pretty sweet. So apparently on Tuesday during practice, did not realize this, they had him playing at fullback. Ladies and gentlemen, bring back the fullback. Bring it back. We want to see the fullback. Now, the reason he's brought back is because we know Van Pelt runs, you could say it's a more traditional offense, where you're going to see a lot of six-man fronts, and that might look a little more modern, where it might not be that tight end fully on the line. It just all depends. But as well, you're going to see I formation, which a lot of times when you grow up playing football, that is the type of offense you learn how to play. Yes, you can learn wishbone, wing tee, all these different things, but I formation, tried and true, and you got to have a fullback. So it's interesting to see they take a edge rusher that I have high hopes for in getting him some reps at fullback. Now, does that mean he's going to play fullback? No. But again, it's very possible if there's goal line situations where they're in a 23 personnel type deal where you have 2 backs, 3 tight ends, that he could be kind of that fullback that's coming in. So you never know. Again, they could just be doing it because, hey, let's just give it a try at fullback and see what's going on. But I think it's an interesting development. Is it possible that before week 1 they pick up a fullback? That's possible, but they might think to themselves as well, hey, if we have someone who's capable of doing it, why not throw them in there? As well, out of the I formation, naturally what comes is play action, which I'm a huge play action guy. So again, is going out of I formation, throwing in a fullback, would that help with a line that's more suspect? Possibly. Having that type of lead blocker, yeah, I don't see a problem with it. What do you think below? Do you think this is actually something that is a possibility that the Patriots are thinking, hey, Keon White could play fullback, or at least in specific situations? Comment below. What do you think? Do you think it's maybe just something they threw in there at practice just to get a look at a fullback? Who knows? Comment below. I want to hear what you have to say. Again, I think Van Pelt has preached and preached and preached to win football games in the NFL. You have to be able to successfully run the football. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with that. And that starts, again, at the offensive line. Always coming back to the offensive line. Is the offensive line going to be able to block? How are they going to be able to do this year? Again, we should get more questions as we get through the preseason into week 1. But I think if we see Keon White come this next preseason game at fullback, I think that would be awesome. As well, you run the ball, and a lot of times, I'm not saying it's every time, but a lot of times you run the ball and you win the rushing battle, it's much more likely that you win the game, because we know as well that you solidify a run game. What is that going to open up? Most likely the pass game. There's a reason. Chess, not checkers, all these different things. So again, secret weapon would be interesting. Keon White, I would not want to be on the defense trying to fill a hole at linebacker and have Keon White coming at me. That would be bad. That being said, it would be wild to think that he could be a breakout edge rusher and then get thrown in at fullback. I don't know. Again, comment below. What do you think about all that? Next up, wide receiver, and after this, we're going to talk a little Drake May. So sorry I've been leading you on, but Boutte has talked about he is very confident that he is going to make this 53-man roster. Again, I still have high hopes for Boutte, just because I think he's young. He has potential. You know, he had the gambling thing, the injury, all these different things. And so I want to give him a chance. Again, I don't think Thornton had one target last preseason game. He might get more this week, but again, after this game, expect more cuts, people getting dropped, all these different things. But Boutte, I love the confidence. Hey, go in with confidence. He had some nice catches. He had some other missed opportunities, I would say. But again, and I know in our last video, a lot of people commented that I made a comment that said, the Patriots do well at developing players. I do think that to an extent. Now, wide receivers, yes, I would agree. It's been a struggle for a while. There's been a lot of bust, a lot of people who have not developed or done anything. Now, I hope that changes with Polk and Baker. And Boutte, he still has a chance, and who knows. But if he stops gambling and gets more confidence, maybe he can ball out in the field. So who knows? And obviously, he probably feels more confident saying that after Juju gets dropped. So it is what it is. And last but not least, Drake May. So Drake May, Gerard Mayo's talking about how he wants a slow start, kind of getting reps to Drake May. Now, this week, chances are he will get many more reps, but it's just an interesting philosophy. You look at different coaches in the NFL. So back in the day when you had Bill Belichick and McDaniels having, quarterbacks go in there, and they would go in and they would get a lot of reps off the bat, these younger quarterbacks, just to get a feel. Because, again, the best way to learn is experience. So I would think that Drake May is going to get a lot more reps this year. Now, what stinks for him is, just like this article I was reading, is you're going to have a lot of people ever since the whole CJ Stroud phenomenon, him winning Offensive Rookie of the Year, him helping lead the Texans to the playoffs. Earlier that season, the big question was offensive line. Is the offensive line, do we want to put this star quarterback, the face of our franchise, behind this line? They eventually do it, and then look at what happens. It was wild. Again, if you're sitting there thinking, I saw that coming, you did not see that coming. Now, could that happen for the Patriots? Never say never. Never say never. Again, likely, no. But I do think I'm leaning more towards we can't be playing this scared football. I would have loved to see Drake May more last week instead of the two little dump-off passes he had. I wasn't huge. It is what it is. And then you have Joe Milton go out there, again, was awesome. Razzle-dazzle, the whole 9 yards, Bazooka Joe. And when it comes down to it, now it's everyone's, oh my gosh, look at how good he was. Look at how good he was. That puts Drake May in an awkward position. Let the man go out and play. So, again, we talked about Gronk talking how Zappe needs to be let go, let the man fly away. That's what needs to be happening. He doesn't need any more reps. It needs to be Drake May and Jacoby. And so let's see Drake May more. And again, Texans had this same philosophy when it came to C.J. Stroud. He eventually got more reps, got more playing time. And so you never know. But again, going back to the beginning of this video, we talk about Van Pelt in this offense. He wants to set Drake May up for success. Again, you look at those last 2 plays in the preseason, you understand why he made why they ran those plays. Because again, hey, it's safe, couple dump off passes, get in there, get out. So I would have preferred to see him for a couple more drives. But then at the same time, from their standpoint, and Gerard Mayo also telling Van Pelt, hey, let's rein it in, let's take it easy, baby steps, this kind of mentality. I see why they kind of got him in, got his feet wet, and then got him out quick. So I see that viewpoint, though I don't 100% agree with it. Let the man play. What do you think? Comment below. Do you think that I want to say baptism by fire? Get in there, go do it, figure it out. What do you think? Do you think that the Patriots are doing what they're supposed to do with Drake May, or do you think he should have played more the first game and should play quite a bit this second, third game? What do you think? Comment below as well. If you didn't comment about Keon White at fullback, comment about that. And then just in general, Van Pelt's offensive scheme, what you think it's going to look like, what you're excited for, comment below. Again, as always, if you have not, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys. Go Pats. Peace.